Well, today I'm going to do an experiment because I had decided these are Castel Art metallics, and I seem to have trouble using them, and they look like, if you look at the lead in the pencils, I'm switching one side to go the other way, but anyway, I am going to work in World of Wonders, and I picked out this page with the fish and the city, and I thought this would be a fun page to paint, but to color, but also I thought it would be, because of the scales in the fish, it may, let's just give it a try, and I'm gonna make all the fish different colors is what my idea is. But let's see what I end up doing. Okay, let me pull. I should have done this first. Maybe we'll start with some. It's just that so many of the colors seem to be the same. And I'm looking for my color chart. That will help 100%. And I have it right here next to me, not to worry. Here we go. Here's our Castel Art color chart. So, I don't know if you can see it plainly. It is a little bit shiny, but you can see that the colors are really, really, really close. So what do we have here first? I have crystal blue. That's this darker blue. So let's see if we can find sapphire blue. I thought I had these in, but I put them back and not in order. I bet you this one's it. It is. So here's sapphire blue. So let's start with crystal blue. Okay, I was thinking I pulled the other one. And sapphire. Where's peacock blue? I'm thinking maybe that would be a good color. Some are called green that are blue. Galaxy blue. Maybe this one's it here. I don't have them in order because I guess I didn't give them a bit much variety of. Okay, so now we've got the three colors. Let's start. And the easiest one, I always like to start at the top. I'm not sure why. The peacock blue is looks like it's the darkest. And I may have to do some sharpening, I'm sorry. So let me make sure everything is correct. It is, and we're ready to go. And pull this down just a little bit. That gave me some little marks for the top. So what I'm going to do is just come out a little bit, and I'm going to press very, very lightly. Let's see if that helps. Because I love the other ones, it's just I'm having trouble making these look pretty. And let's see if we can't make these look nice. I'm thinking I'm going to put a contrasting color on the edge of my fish. So let's see what we can find. I'm looking for the sage. Let's try the sage green. Let's try mixing these two together. I should have gone through and sharpened them all. I'm sorry I didn't. Okay. Let's just give it a try. Give it a break and try it. So maybe it's just me. Because I know these pencils aren't the most expensive, but they're definitely not the cheapest ones either. And maybe it will depend what I'm doing. Because I like the colors, it's just maybe I need to do more blending with them. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just thinking this should be a little darker. A little darker right in here. And the green. Let me see. Okay. I like that a little better so far. And the fish and the scales, what better thing than a metallic to make them look really stand out pretty. So we're going to do this whole page in these metallics. I got a Easter surprise from my friend. I was opening up my YouTube, and I've never, or not my YouTube, but my email on my phone. Because normally I do it on my computer. And it said I got something from Amazon. And as I read it, it was a gift card for $75. Guess she knows me, doesn't she? What a sweet friend. She probably won't watch this, but if it's you're watching, Missy, thank you again. And yes, I've already spent it. So we're going to have some fun things. Some glitter pens. And I love those little so far gel pens. So I got some gray colored ones. But I didn't buy any color books. But I did get different. You know what? I'm liking this. I think just deepening just normally. Okay. I'm enjoying because it seems to be working better. And I'm going to deepen this a little bit right at the edge while I'm here. A dear sweet person said, "You don't sleep, all you do is make YouTubes." I do sleep. I'm 73. I live by myself. My family lives far away. And this is better than sitting around watching the TV all day when you don't know what else to do with yourself. I'm a creative person, and I just I just have to be making something when I don't. And since I'm retired, I take naps. After I get this done, I'll lay down, probably sleep until I feel like I'm rested. So my days don't have to be the same as normal people that work and have families, and so I can pretty much do what I want. I got down in there a little bit too much. I want that blue to show up. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's just because I'm trying to build my channel. And who knows, someday it might make me a little extra money from living on the retirement that I have. And help pay for my crafty stuff. And so, anyway, I'm doing what I love. They always tell you, if you're going to work, do what you love. Well, everybody doesn't have that choice. I've had some pretty stressful jobs in my lifetime. But this is what I love. And it's so much more fun because I feel like I have people all around me. And from watching how many people are watching me, I feel like I have a family right here. Family isn't always just one thing. Family is many things. Like I have a church family when I go there. My daughter, my grandchildren. My son passed away 5 years ago. And he used to be a nice friend. We would do things together. But he's in heaven now. And sometimes I really miss him, but sometimes I'm just happy for him that he's there and he's not suffering anymore. But we all have something, don't we? But what do we do with our time is what counts. Well, I'm apologizing to Castel Art metallic pencils. I wasn't being fair. Because I do like my Castel Art. And I probably would have stuck with them if I'd have been able to buy them individually and replace them without having to replace a whole set to get one pencil. So that's the only reason I would say if you don't color a lot, this is great. But if you're going to color a lot and you run out of certain colors, you really need a set, if you're going to invest in it, that you can replace your colors. we'll see how the rest of it turns out. But so far, we're doing okay, huh? I don't know why I was attracted to this picture. I've had the book open to it thinking, I really want to color this page. I've seen some of the amazingly beautiful fish that other people have colored, but a lot of them just aren't doing it now. I'm sure their lives have gotten back to something else. And I'll bet you they're still coloring off and on, because this is just so pretty. I did find a frame, a really pretty one. I'll show you one day, for my girl that I did with the white parrot. And I've got it all trimmed down, and I've got it in the frame on the wall. But the reason I'm telling you is because I've decided, since I framed it and I didn't do anything but do the frame in the picture frame, the frame in the picture frame, I am going to take it back out, and I'm going to use some of the soft pastels in a very, very soft color around the edges, like a coffee stain kind of look or something. Not a stain, but color around the outer edge, and then something more in the center behind her. So I'm really enjoying looking at her. I think she's turned out so pretty. And I'm thinking more and more about doing some colorings on some of my heavier watercolor paper and mixing my intense pencils and some pencil and make some little earrings, and then use my UV over the top of it, and see what happens. I think that would be really, really fun. Okay, I like it. Tell me you don't. I do like it. I think it's really pretty. Now, what is this here? Oh, okay. That's his fin, and then it's a clear spot. Okay. I figured it out all on my own. Now maybe we could bring in the other blues. I don't know. Let's do this one first and see what happens. Maybe, huh? I've got a little white spot in there, and I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put a little blue around the outside of his eye here. Not all the way. Okay, and we're going to work his little fins. Let's do it like we would do like I did those anyway. If you haven't watched the video, you won't know what I'm saying. The leaves, I trimmed it all the way with pink, kind of like this, and then came back in and filled it in with the green, And I thought that really turned out pretty. That was on the seahorse picture. So let's see how this works. Okay, that is part of his fin. Okay, it is. Sometimes I just can't tell. Now, do I want to do it with the green? Or do I want to do it with the crystal blue? So which blue did we use for the fish? I think we used the crystal blue for the fish. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to set that down. So let's try maybe going over it. So I kind of like the effect of doing the green. And I'm going to set that bright blue down and then go back over it. So you're kind of pulling in. I don't think these blend well. I don't know. Maybe that's my biggest problem, is trying to blend them when they don't. Because they feel real dry as far as being waxy, because these are supposed to be wax. Maybe they're not. I'll have to check that out. No, I just went over the top of that other blue and it felt more waxy. I'll try it this way. That's kind of nice. It's good to experiment a little bit to see which way is it going to work the best. You've seen me do a lot of weird things to test it before I really go any farther. See which one works the best. Let's see. I think that just needs, because I did it differently, I want to darken it up a little bit. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out which one. I think this is the one. I just wanted to go a little deeper. I don't mind a few white spots. Just gives it a little bit of a well, if the rest turn out like this, I'm going to be happy. Now, I like that. I like that. That looks fine. Well, what color are we going to make his face? Are we going to make it the same color? Are we going to make it a little different? What is this? It's a green. Let's find it on here. It's this one here. Just his face. I think this needs to be a blue. And which blue do we want to use? I think we use the bright blue. I think we'll go back to the crystal blue, the same color we used here first of all. Oops, right away, get out of line. Let's just do this. Thought about doing part of the page and then I never know if you guys are bored with me doing the whole page or do just part of the page and let you see how to do it. Comments are welcome. Let me know what you think. I haven't learned how to do that speed up one. And once my is set, it's set. All right, maybe we'll just do his face in green. Keep the colors together, I guess. And these really easily make a line. So you have to be really careful to keep the same pressure. Unless you want a line. It's going to darken it up around his little part here. And I'm sure we'll use these colors. I'll set them aside for one other fish. Okay. Okay. Let me set them over there. So now let's try to do something in a purple. Metallic purples. Let me just pull some of the purples in a few different colors. I've got 4 of them here that are purple. So let's see what we got. We've got a mauve, a magnetic mauve. You're probably looking at it right there. Okay. That's pretty, isn't it? And then we've got a violet sapphire, number 26. Maybe that's easier. The number. There it is. Okay, so these two are good transition colors. And iris purple, number 40. Don't you want to say bingo? I never was good at bingo. My dad and my mom used to take us. Okay, so this one, and this one. This one's really close to this one. Let me see. Yeah, it's really, really, really close. So let's see what color this one is. Just violet. Number 49. 49, where are you? Here. 1. And it's close. Let's try them. I'll leave this other one out that's close and we'll see. My desk seems to be rolling backwards. All right, which one? I love this one. Let's do that one. Okay, so I threw my color chart way over here. I didn't want to. I want to see which one. Violet sapphire. Let's start with that one. Okay. Okay, let's see what we're going to do with this little fishy. I'll start on his little pretty parts. And I think we'll come in with a different color on the bottom of this one. So we're going to find a different color to come in with this. So what do we got? This one, or this geranium lake. Let's find 19. Where is 19? 19, where are you? I used to keep all of these number up so I could find them quickly. Not that I've used these that much. There it is. It was hiding. Kind of looks dark, but let's try it. Oh, that'll be pretty. So we're going to mix this in. Okay. All right. So violet sapphire. Let me lay these down, get them out of my hand. You know why I get them out of my hand? Because I'll grab them. And which one do I have? That's for the bottom part, not the top. So geranium lake, I didn't think that's what we used. No. Had to been, was it violet? Yeah. That's why I get them out of my hands. Because I will mix them up. No, 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 no. You know what? That wasn't it at all. It's this one. It is this one. Violet sapphire and violet's different. So, where are you, Mr. Eraser? It's okay to make mistakes. Just fix them. Just don't get crazy right away. All right. So we're going back. Those are small enough. I can just go over the top. That'll make it. Okay. Let me sharpen this. So I want to pull this line down and around. You won't hardly even notice it. This needs to be just a little bit darker to match up with everybody else. Okay. I think I'm liking it. I think on that building that I was doing, I must have been trying to put too much down at one time. And then I erased it because I didn't like it at all. So now, here's some more. Okay, so think about what you're doing, Missy. We'll do this one. And we'll come up with this one. Yeah, if you press, you're gonna get a lot more wax than what you're thinking. But not on all of them. Some of them are more waxy than others. This one is, the other color that I just is not. Okay. All right, so this is the dark color. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trim his little tail with that. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make a really dark line and then move it up halfway. Make a dark line and then just lightly move it up. I'm pressing a little bit because I want that to be dark, and then moving it up. All right, I must have just been, I'm out of frame. My book is pushing me over. Let me move my other book and get it over there where it belongs. All right, now I can get back over here, at least center. Okay, so we're just going over that line. Over that line. I go over it a couple times just to make it heavy with color, so it'll, and this is, I got that one little spot that's just darker, but I think it'll still be fine. If not, I'll come back and erase it, but I think it'll be fine. I think I'm pressing a little too hard. Just lighten it up. Move it up. That didn't move up. Sometimes you think you're moving up and you're not doing nothing. I'm going to just take the other color, a little bit heavier on the top, and do the same thing and just get real light-handed and come toward the center and leave that little highlight in the center. Try to. If not, you'll have to use your eraser and come back in. So here we don't need to make that heavy line. We're just going to come on up. But we do want to get enough color because we're not going to have much space. I'm not pressing. I'm letting the pencil color for me. And I'm just coming up. If I have to come back over it, that's fine too. But for right now, that's what we're doing. Maybe make it deeper in here with our color. Because this is really narrowing down. We're not getting a chance to put much of this color. And there. I knew these fish would be fun to color. I just knew it. Okay, I'm not sure. I might want to take a lighter color and do just a little bit in there. And what would be a lighter color? I don't know in here. I don't have a white, so I don't know if it's okay to use white. What about a gray? A gray. Let's try that. Really, really, really lightly. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I don't think it's going to work. It's not so maybe come back with our give it a little bit more. Maybe it's this side that needs a little bit more. Needs just a little bit more color in there, maybe. And if you mess it up, just use your eraser and take that, get that back in there. So many times it's so much easier to use that eraser because the color's underneath it and it's going to stay. All right. I think it looks better. I think. Okay. Now I want to do these little lines. I think I'll do this in here with these two. So I'm going to just pull this down like that. We're kind of going backwards. I'm going to push this color up. Okay. Let me just get this little spot I went over the line out of the way. I think I just did it again, but it's okay. Let's just leave that now. Now, I'm thinking, let me get my little piece of paper. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, the inside of his little belly and every place that doesn't. I have to press lightly so I don't get a lot of color in here because I want the color light. But again, these pencils are hard to blend. So you really have to be a soft touch in order to get one color look like a solid line, not like this is where I stopped and this is where I stopped and started. Okay, that's better. I got a little too dark down there because this started blending in. Well, let's do it here. Doing these in all metallic. I wouldn't have said that I would try this again yesterday. I'm just making it a little bit darker in there. Trying to make it all the same color and blend it together. Make it a little darker right here on the edge and come out. Just keep going over it until it starts blending out. Don't press any harder, just keep going over until it blends out. You know, sometimes I talk my way into how to do this just by talking to you guys. Because this is, you know, I've seen so many and watched so many videos before I even really started, except for my birdie book. I'm going to go back to that birdie book in about a month and we'll color in it. And I want to see what the difference is, how I do things compared to what I do now. What have I learned? How am I better at, you know, pulling colors together, or have I learned anything? Well, you know, you learn something. The more you color, the more you do anything, you start learning more and more. But as soon as you give up on it, that's when you have to go back and you know the basics, but you have to start practicing again, like drawing. You can get really good at drawing pretty ladies' faces, and then you go back to try to do it, and you got to really work on the nose. You got to work on how to space the eyes again. But you already have some of that in you, so you already know how to start correcting yourself again. So I think that from watching videos, put something in your mind so that you know how to correct the things that you're doing wrong. And you may have to go back and watch the video again to see how to do it, but you will get there because it's put in your mind, and when you see it enough, you're going to do it. It'll just come out. You won't even believe that you can do it, and you'll do it. So don't be afraid to start trying. I think that's the hardest thing. Like one of my friends on here said, now I think it's time for me to quit watching so many videos and start just trying it. And that's the fun thing, is then you're going to let your style come out. And yes, some people are very talented and they color beautifully, and I don't even know where it all comes from. It's just like they flow. They just know what to do, and it just keeps, you know, and it's like, wow. But you have to learn what your style is, and you'll flow. You really will. Okay, so I'm thinking we need to make this more like this. So I was going to put those colors aside so I wouldn't mix them up. This is the dark part. And we're going to go over the top. I'm going to come up the back end this time. See? Just come up the back end and then up. And then we'll fill it in. That way it'll be a little bit different. And I know I should be sharpening my pencils as I go, but I don't mind if they kind of have a mind of their own sometimes. I can go back and erase it. I know. But I got lots and lots of free erasers with my little pencil set, eraser set. I'm trying to make it dark down here. And then just come up and around. And everything doesn't have to be perfectly in order, because the colors and the highlights will show up differently, won't they? And that one I don't have hardly any little space in there. Okay, so then we used this one. I don't know why it seems so quiet and peaceful when I'm doing this. It seems like everything outside quits making crazy noises, or it's just everything just gets peaceful inside of me too. I just love it. I think it's a gift. And we do have gifts. So we're supposed to use our gifts and our talents. Okay. For right now, I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to come back just along the top there. Make it just a little darker. And let's see, where did I do? There it is. My little eraser. I could use my electric one, but this one will do what I tell it to do without doing too much. So I'm just going to pull some highlights. My electric one is fine, but this one is just going to make me some happy highlights. Just perfect little highlights. And I can take off what I want to take off and not so much. So I do like this little thing. And when you want more, you just push down like a pen and it comes out. And the little tube in here, I haven't even taken it apart to see, but I have refills for it. But I've used this forever. And since I started using it more, and it doesn't wear out as fast as the electric one, let's put it that way. Okay. Maybe I'll do the same down here. And it'll just blend better. And the highlight will look. Now I like that. I like that. I do like it. I like that. I like that fish. Okay, so what haven't we used? The metallic sapphire is this one. I'm going to put it down because I think we're done with that one. And then we've got the magnetic mod. Let's see what color that is. Is that too close? I'm thinking in here. Right here it's probably too close. But the rest of the fish, I think it will be okay. But let's try it. We can do something different. I think it'll be fine. That's what I'm thinking. Turn it just a little bit to get the top. I like that. Okay, see right there, I pressed too hard. Now I'm gonna have to press harder to get it to blend. Or erase it. I like to make it a little darker. I don't know why. I always do. Always. Coming out of the starting line. Is that his fin? That's got to be his fin too. Uh-oh, we gotta do that one. He's got two fins. I brought my kombucha over here. Where is it? I need a drink. That one is sour, but it's good. I make them and then I forget them. And I used to drink, I'll drink more this summer, but one a day in the afternoon. Okay, let's do his little eye. Let's do half of it. I like him. And when I get these done, I'm going to put a little bit of the diamond glitter, just a little bit on, just touching up. So when you look at him, he just sparkles. I did that on my, at the very end, on my, what do you call them? Oh, where's the other pencil? Sapphire Violet. On my little seahorses. And oh my gosh, I did it. I'll grab the book when we get done and I'll show you. I don't know if you guys can see it on online, but I propped that little book up in a chair by my bed and I looked at it off and on the rest of the evening. I just thought it was so pretty, those seahorses. And the color didn't show up as good on the video, which I was disappointed because the color is so pretty. There we go. And then where's my little eraser? It likes to hide. It's probably in my hand, and it is. I'm using the same color, so it's okay. So I just want to barely pull a little color off of that. And that's kind of hard to do, just barely in such a small spot. Okay. Okay, now all we got left to do is his little face. And where's my chart? I need something. I don't think we use this metallic mauve. Let me see. It might be that color, but I think that's what I'm going to use. Or was it this? I think that's what we use there. I was just looking for something lighter. What do we have? Because I know that's dark. Metallic mauve. Violet. Where's our just plain violet? All right, let's just do the violet. And that's probably what we did in the center, so that's probably fine. And as always, I will come back in here when I'm all done and blacken all the eyes with a pencil or with a micro pen. Sometimes whatever I grab out of my box. I noticed on the video I used a Sharpie, but it worked. Do you notice all these fish have a smile on their face? Let's just darken this right around the edge here a little more. And I think I need to darken it just right in here. We can leave his little belly lighter, but this little fish underneath here is leaving a little shadow. It's a little bit. And this isn't the color that we used, is it? But it's okay. We're going to call it. Looks like when I erased it, I think sometimes the eraser kind of balls up together. I'm going to set those off to the side. Like the wax in the pencil and the color, and they just kind of stick. So you have to just kind of work them to get them off of there. It doesn't take much, but it will come off. But if you leave those on your eraser and you start doing it, it's going to get on whatever I'm trying to get my chair to roll. That's probably why I'm always sitting on the edge. Let's do, what do we got? We got some turquoise. We did the blue. And that's what the problem is. Then it starts looking the same. There's some green. And let's try, I'm thinking maybe these three, they're enough difference, I think. So what are we looking at? We're looking at this green here, the Neptune. That's a pretty green, isn't it? No, 48. Where's 48? African jade. That's a good, okay, those three. And then, no, Neptune. I want, okay, African, yeah, that's right. And then Kelly green. So these three are what we're going to use on our very next fish. I think that will be pretty. Okay. Well, we might as well do this one. Do the big boy. Okay, so let's see which one is the darkest. African jade. Let's start with that one. African jade. There we are. Let's try that one. And I'm thinking another totally different color. So let's start like we did with him. It's a pretty color. Just making sure I got us where we belong here. We're doing good. All right. I'm going to try this kind of a blue. These two are more green. I'm going to do the blue. Let's try it. Do it real lightly and see. Okay, I think it'll work. I think we'll be happy with it. Just making them all different colors. Come down on this line while we're here. That'll just kind of make those little scales look like they're separated more. That one just seems like it wants to be. Blend it back up there a little more. Okay. Put that pencil down. Put that pistol down, my friend. What was that song? Something about put that pistol down. That's a problem with me. I only remember little bits. I don't remember the whole thing of anything much. But maybe it's because I didn't listen to it that much. There was this funny old song about, and I only knew a little bit of it, but I would sing it when I was younger about every time I go to town, everybody keeps kicking my dog around. I don't know why everybody keeps kicking my dog around. I don't know, but I know I heard it on the radio one time, so. That's all I know of it. Or there's one of them that was like, put the bacon and the beans on to cook. He was telling her all this stuff to do. And then he would say, and tell me why you're leaving me. I don't know. Songs used to be just funny songs. That green color's pretty, isn't it? I like it. We're not going to get this picture done in an hour. It's a little more detailed. So we're going to finish this fish, and then we'll work on, we only got 1, 2, 3 fish done in an hour. It takes longer than you think to color, doesn't it? But you know what? Too, you're stopping, you're thinking, what color? Is this going to work? Is that going to work? So there's a little bit to it. It's going to be a pretty colorful picture, isn't it? I'm so glad that I decided to try this. And I did it on a video. I didn't try it and then say, oh, I did it. Now these metallics aren't really shiny like, when I'm looking at these are not shiny. It's just the shade. Oops, I'm not ready to change. It's just the shade of the color. And you would think metallics are more shiny. There's a little bit of maybe silver in it or something. That's what it looks like. But they're definitely not shiny. I do need to work on this little bit, a little bit more. I'm not always good at leaving the highlight just right. I have to work at it. And maybe that's why I don't do it as often. Passion for colors, I think it is. She is really good at doing her highlights. And she's got it down to a science. She does make some pretty videos too. I figure if you don't want to listen to me talk, mute me and put on some music you like. I just don't like that retro thumping. Don't know why, but I just don't. Is it because I'm older? I don't know. I don't think I'd have liked it when I was younger either. I was just thinking he's probably the easiest one that I've colored yet. I guess because I'm not going into little areas, I'm just able to color. He's close to this color. That's the only thing that I will do one in gold. In the gold colors, kind of some of these. And we already kind of did the blue. These are all the same color. There's this quantum gray you could mix in a little bit. But that's the only thing that I have against this is, oops, sorry, didn't mean to knock you around. Is that it's all pretty close to the same color. So I don't know if there's other metallic pencils out there that are actually different, where you have a variety of color. Or what? I really like muted colors. Like, I like these. That way I could mix them in with and do a whole picture and pull other colors in from other sets that are muted. In other words, they're kind of more dull. They're not bright, they're just, I don't know what it is. But I am going to do that one day. And I can see that some of these colors can definitely be pulled into that. Nice. Let's see what color this is. Okay. Let me get it a little sharper. Let's do his fins. I'm just going to do a light coat, and then I can come in and add some contrasting colors to it. This is a pretty color. So I'm going to do it this way, and we're going to try it like coming back in. Oh, I'm going to do this part too. It kind of looks like his fins, huh? And I'm just going to highlight. I'm just a little bit. I like this color. I like that it's light. Look at a sweet little face that little fish has. And then we're going to color, I'm going to do a gold one. And the rest of the fish are going to be the same color. Unless I can find. And you can mix the colors up by just the same colors, just doing them a little differently, which would be fine. All right, so are we going to do the green? I think we're going to do the green. Let me sharpen it. I'm just going to come down on these lines a little bit and just tip it at the top. Just a little bit. Because this is such a light color, we colored with it. The top, we can. Just come in here. Just trying to do it like almost like a V coming back up. I don't want it to be too much. I want that color to shine through. And now where, oh where is my blender? I have a million jars of pencils because I have different things going. And here it is. I want to see if this is going to blend or not. I guess with the blender pencil it will kind of blend down. Well, this is the no color, colorless blender, and this is by Prism. Okay. It's kind of like get the crumbs off so you can see. I'm just going up a little bit, and it's leaving that white spot in the middle. So just kind of darkening it, which is different. But right in here it looks kind of weird. So, come on, Mr. Eraser. Let's try doing it backwards. And once in a while, it doesn't work. It'll do something weird. But generally, it works nicely. But as you can see, some of my eraser got stuck. Okay, now let's finish with the green. Lay those colors and get them out of my hands so I quit thinking. On his tail, I am going to bring up a little bit more, and we will use the blender to pull it up. And on this end, we'll do the same way, just do the little V. I call it a V, but it's like a little L. Really, because I'm not coming back down on in here. I'm just gonna, I'm not even pressing hard because I want a little bit, but not much on his tail. That's just me. Then we'll come in with the blender and give him a little work over. Where'd the blender go? It's in my hand. It's in my hand. So it's like you're coloring. You're just pushing that color up. And you're going to pull that color down. And I'm not going into the center. I don't want it in the center. Okay. I'm going to just do my little erasing thing lightly. I don't need to do it very much because it's there. I just need to take off this top layer real quick here. Okay. Let's do his little guy. I'm just going to go across the top a little bit. I'm going to go around the bottom just a little bit. I'm going to come up each one of these lines. I want to get a little thick. Okay, and then I'm going to take my little blender and gently, just gently, a little bit. You don't have to do this at all. I'm going to just pull. See if I can't pull some color up so that I can leave that white greenish colored line there. Okay, and I'm going to take my little eraser. I'm just going to go over it lightly. I just want to pull. That one I have to work a little harder. It's darker. I think if you just have a big white eraser, just cut it like in a V, so you have a point. And you could probably do the same thing with your any eraser. But these erasers really, I think, make a difference one way or the other. So if I was going to choose anything, I'd choose this one, because you get both big and fat and little tips on it. Let's see, did we even do this on the bottom? I think we just did the top, and then it just kind of blended from the, probably a little bit from here. This is really small, so it's a little harder. That's what's happening, is I'm pulling a little color from him, his body, which is fine. Okay. I'm just going to take a little bit of that color out. But you can't, if you have better eyes than I do, you probably can do it better because without the eraser, because you can leave that little white spot. I can see good, but I can't see really, really good like I used to. All right. I used to be able to see the trees on the mountain. I had such good eyesight. Like my poor little old doggy. It just started going. She was the best dog in the whole world. Okay, so now we just got to do the little face. And what color do you want to do the little face in? I think we're just going to do it solid in this green. And try really hard to just not press hard. This does color really soft. There's no grainy bits or anything like that in it. So we're just coloring real soft, real light, letting the pencil do the coloring. But it does, you do have to be careful because it does create these little lines. And then they're a little harder to cover up and blend. That's the one thing that's, it is harder to blend. And I think this one needs a little blue eye. I think the green would make it just disappear. And remember, you're leaving a little white spot around there. That's what makes it look more. I know this is blue, so I'm just going to see. About mixing a little bit of it. Real light. Just a little bit of it. Right over the top. Leave his little cheek highlight. Let's get her underneath this eye. Now you can barely see the blue, but now it's turned that into more of a blue-green. Which is pretty. Okay. I think let's try in this video do one more fish. Let me pull some golds. Let's see. What colors would be gold? That camel, we could use the camel. There's a honey bronze. I'm looking real quick here. There's a kind of an orangey color. And there's mahogany. Here's a different gold. Here's a gold. Here's a gold. Let's try these. I'm not going to go through the colors because we got to kind of hurry on this one. We're going to do this one here. And let's start out. We got a honey bronze. And this dragon orange. Let's start with that. Get the book out of my so I don't knock it on the floor. I'll start here since I can see what this is. That's a pretty color. So if we do these kind of dark on the side and then come together real light, really light on the top. Okay? Let's do it again. Let's keep, I'm not sure. Okay, I see now. I was like, I can't tell. This is the inside, and so this is the outside. Okay. We're on a roll. Just smooth it out. We can always come back with our eraser and take a little bit out. This will really help be a different contrasting color to what we've been doing. And I bet I just colored in. No, I didn't. This is the edge. Okay. I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm okay. I'm gonna make it. You just gotta press hard on the ends. Fill that in dark and then come in lighter in the center. Dark, 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 dark. And then start lightening up. Keep going back and forth until you kind of get that line to disappear. And then just really lightly over that white. Okay, and I didn't lighten up there. Now I'll lighten up here. Move my fingers back and I won't squeeze it so tight. Okay, I'm lightening up. I'm doing a better job. I'm doing a better job. I'm lightening up. There we go. I'm lightening up. And then real light over the top. Just a little more over this one. Okay. So this must be underneath. I'm just going to make it dark. I was just thinking, what are the colors to make the fish? Which fish to duplicate? I keep getting and doing the ones that are in a circle. Have you noticed that? I must be drawn to circle things. Complete. Okay, I think I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna do his eye in this color too. I got a couple more to do, so this one. I'll try to make it dark right there and then lighten up. Let that be. And this one. Starting the next one. And that one. And then this one. And lighten up. My daughter got her pictures of the mushrooms. She was very tickled. She called me, and her friend were out eating and visiting with friends, and she said I had to take a break from all the crafting. I said, I understand. That's what I did yesterday. I went to my took something back, and I was over there, so I stopped in at the Goodwill. I love finding treasures. I just love it. I have so much more fun looking for treasures than I do. And I found a couple. I found the picture frame that I wanted, and it was really pretty. I'll show you when I get the picture done. I'll do a little short video. And then what did I get? I got a little bucket. Oh, and then I wanted this little plastic rubber cactus that they look real. And I got it for really cheap. You go to Kmart or Walmart, and they are like $5.95 or something. It's crazy. And I paid $1.29. Pulled it out of its little thing and stuck it in my little pot that just needed something. Sometimes I have to be careful going over there because you can buy so much stuff. What do we got? Honey bronze. We're going to try this and see how this works. Move my little color chart over there now. And I still have golds. I could do him in the gold. And let's put these 3 golds aside. And this is kind of a bronzy gold. So I'm just gonna deepen his little fins to make them look like they're ruffly. I'm gonna come back in here. Just add a little more. I don't think I did this one. I didn't. It was hiding. Okay. I'm just coming down the side, just bringing this color back, going over the top of this. It didn't really, I don't know. It's okay. Okay, so let's try it right here. Right here. This is that bronzy gold. I'm just trying to get it to stand out. And I'll come back with this. I'm just going to do it on one side. And see what happens. And we'll do this little fin the same way. Let's see, bronzy gold, okay. Might as well do this little one while I've got this in my hand. Okay, then we're going to come back with this color. And go just a little bit on the other side. That way the color's going to show up a little more. Okay, where's the line? There's a couple of them in here. Okay. And did I do that on the top? Let me look. I think I did. Okay, he's looking shiny. So what are we gonna do? I wanted to go in here and just deepen this a little bit. Okay. Now the question is what do we fill in with this? Oh my goodness, I don't want it to be dark. If I go with the or do we want to do... They're both kind of dark, huh? Do we have a choice? Let's look. Let's see what this one is. It's more of a gold. That's what I just don't want it to turn dark. And that's kind of what's going to happen. And I don't have anything. What if we just went crazy and went green? At least it wouldn't be so dark. Okay, that's what we're going to do. And that's not going to come out, but that's okay. We're down far enough. All right, let's just do the green. Smoothly and softly. I think it'll look okay. I just don't have enough colors that would change it. Without going so dark. And that'll be pretty. Just make up your mind. Okay, that looks pretty. And I definitely don't want to go dark in here. I want it covered. It looks good, and then I'll do gold, maybe do this one gold and the gold. But we're going to do that in the next video because this one's going to get too long and I don't want people to get bored. Okay, and let's just make his face orange. I'll do it light. Okay. That's where we're going to stop. And for today, and say you've done good. If nobody's told you today that they love you, I just want you to know I do care, and I appreciate deeply you guys that are watching, and those that have given me a few thumbs up. I thank you for that, because everything counts in here. But subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and hit that bell, and it'll tell you when these things are going to pop up. So blessings, 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 and we'll continue our little fish journey the next time.